You know, one thing about beer that is great is that it can be as simple or it can be as complicated as you want.
1, 2, 3, go!
I'm Tony Feichenberger. I am one of the co-founders of Mankato Brewery here in North Mankato, Minnesota. Once I had my first craft beer, it was something that I really enjoyed and I wanted to learn more about, which then kind of prompted me in towards homebrewing with Tim, which is actually how we started out this little venture.
My name is Tim Tupy, and I'm one of the co-founders here at Mankato Brewery. As a home brewer, I knew I really liked to make beer and enjoyed sharing it with friends and family when they come over. The problem is they would drink it too fast, and then I'd run out. I was thinking about for over a period of time of what it would take to open up a real production brewery. We started working on making the brewery about in 2010, and then in 2012 is when we actually got our first product out on market.
I'm Bobby Blasey, I'm the head brewer. I went to the American Brewers Guild, which is based out of Vermont. It's kind of a distance learning course, which was good. At the time, I used to be, in previous life, a restaurant manager. I had this insatiable hunger to, learn all things and do all things beer. And, what's your dream job? And it was to be a brewer, to be a head brewer. And so, long story short, it's my dream right here.
But we also knew right away we wanted to hire a professional brewer. We knew that making beer, it's important to have high quality, but also consistently doing that. And we knew that somebody that actually has experience and a degree in brewing science could provide that for us.
Starting a brew actually starts with the malt, and I'll start grinding in, which is just a milling process which kind of cracks the hulls. And that goes up to a grist hopper, and it gets ready to go into the mash tun, and then we lauter it, and it gets transferred over to the kettle. In the kettle is where we'll add our hops. That gets boiled, and then it gets cooled and transferred over to a fermenter within those tanks. Then the yeast go to work.
A lot of our stuff comes from Mankato. Our labels are made here in Mankato. So when we put in an order, it gets dropped off to us, or we can actually go there and pick it up. We feel like keeping things local is really our best option.
Just the idea of making something that's exported outside of Mankato that has the Mankato name on it is just super cool. So we just really are excited about the idea of having a Mankato brewery producing Mankato beers that are being served all over southern Minnesota.
You won't have me to kick around anymore.
The people make me want to come back here and stuff like that. Not just the Tim and Tony or any of the volunteers and or the investors in the brewery itself, but just Mankato's people.
This song is for.
Our goal is really to just keep growing and producing new beers, but also continuing to look back at the beers that made us who we are.
We do a lot of nonprofit, and we just try to get people here into the brewery. We have a big space. We have a neat space. A lot of places don't have breweries.
As long as we can still continuously make beer and support the community, we have a space that a lot of people can use and come down and hang out and have fun and enjoy everything we have to offer.
What's really neat is when you go to a bar or a restaurant and they don't know who I am, and I'm sitting right next to them and they say I'd like a Mankato Brewery beer. That really is very gratifying.